The two-barrel piece of crap atrocity should never be on an engine manifold. So this is what would come with that engine. It may be the one that come with the turbo. I don't know. I can't remember. Oh no, I got it as a short block, so no. But this would be representative of what that would be. It's sturdy. We're just going to leave it at that. There's nothing I'm going to do to this thing at all. I'm not using it. And I'll show you why. Oh, look at this. Another factory intake manifold. 1985, it looks like. So same year, probably a truck 360 would be the most logical thing this thing come off of. These things are readily available. So yeah, I'm got that, and yeah, I just would not use that at all because I can go get one of these. Now, the 4-barrel carburetor, that would be different because they're not as readily as available. This would probably be set up for a quadrijet right there, as I remember. All right, let's move on to the next manifold I got. Oh, we almost got a sneak peek of that other one there. So this right here is a stock replacement Performer, not the RPM, just a Performer. So you see the same kind of setup right there. It's for the quadrijet, 2-bolt on, has the choke on it, and it has a heat riser in there, but it does not have the EGR. I think you could get these with an EGR mount on there. So it is stock replacement, but not necessarily emissions replacement. So yeah, everything, it has all the spots for your, oh, important right here, the AC little nub right there where the stud goes for the AC compressor. That's on there, so you can run your AC on this, and it's an actual bolt-on replacement for about the same height, so on and so on and so on. So I could use that as well. Now, those aren't readily available. You might find some used ones, but Edelbrock's a little proud of their stuff. That's, you know, that's just a fact of it. The other thing is, I mean, you can always go get the eBay RPM knockoffs. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You can get those under 200 bucks. Anyways, let's move on to the next intake. Ooh, anyone know what that is? I'll give you a second. Yeah, type it in chat before you watch it in, before I tell you. So this is another stock intake manifold. Right here, not sure what year. I'll have to dig that up. There's the casting numbers. I'll look it up and see exactly what year this is. But this was on my first 2-barrel 318. Like when I was a teenager who was poor. So I bought a station wagon out of the junkyard for like $190. I remember that number for some reason. 2-barrel 318 with a 904. All right. Well, that's dandy right there. Did not keep the 2-barrel. Actually ended up trading for that manifold right there. And I put one of the Summit cams. It's close to like a 340 cam. Somewhere in there. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. Way better than the stock stuff. And I didn't buy headers. I couldn't afford that. But I did do exhaust manifolds. And I put a 600 Edelbrock on it because some people don't think they even make good door stops. You go find those people and you get one and you spend your $20 for a kit, clean it out, and they work fine. Got the Edelbrock, you know, the newer one, Edelbrock 650 on the Ram Charger engine. I mean, nothing wrong with them. For the little 318 with a mile cam, could slap that thing on there. Use whatever you got, right? So anyways, back to this. So yes, I got that on my first vehicle as a teenager, traded for this. So again, I just think that it is just not realistic to think someone's really going to use, I mean, if you're using a 2-barrel manifold on your 318, it's because you want to use it. Or you're trying to do some sort of racing sanctioning body where you have to use it. That's the only 2 reasons. I mean, there's lots of options here. So, especially this one. But anyways, I'm not going to tell you what that is until another video. I'm going to let you try to figure out what that is right there. And whenever I look up the numbers, I'll either put it in edit or I can put it down in the comments, one or the other. Depends on what I want to do on that. But let's see here. Has a choke. No EGR, so you know it can't be from the 70s. Does not have an air conditioning provision, right? Like the other two right there. It has a center-mounted thermostat, which kind of takes up the room of the AC provision, right? So if we look at that, the runners, the layout right there looks similar to that layout. And we look at that, and look at that, and look at that. They all look pretty similar right there, and they're all about the same height. It looks like the Edelbrock might have a little more cant, but it just might be the way that it's sitting on my little step table right here. So anyways, got ports. They all look about the same. Anyways, I could do a side-by-side. I have to clean it up and set that up. And we may do that, is side-by-side look at these more in depth right here. All right, so that's the intake manifold choices that I have right there. So I think I'll make the decision based on just the numbers and try to get some flow testing on them and which one does better. Other than that one is... I don't know how I even have that thing and have not hauled it off for scrap metal yet. That's basically where that's at. So that's just right out. No. But I'll try to determine that and see where we go with it. It's neat for these, but we're not going to have air conditioning on the truck, so it's a moot point, you know, for those. And we're not going to be using a quadrijet, so yeah, we got to do a spacer of some sort right there. All right, I'm doing a little flow testing with a bench right here. So I can't get like actual flow numbers, but I can get comparative numbers to my rig. It's a whole nother discussion. So what we have here is the 360 4-barrel intake manifold, like the quadrijet style. And I think the later 340s look like this too. And we're on our 318 2-barrel 302 casted head for like the roller cam applications, closed chamber. I've already tested the Edelbrock Performer manifold right there. So I got those numbers. I'm trying to do this all in one day, so everything's all the same and pretty quick time. So I did get a difference in this manifold. Pretty much every lift was less and one was equal. I'm doing 100, 2, 3, 4, and 500 lift. That's what I found on this. And I forgot to plug everything in here, so that should have helped, but those are probably clogged up anyway. But anyways, I did goof that, so, and even at that, it never exceeded that manifold. It was less in pretty much every point. All right, one more manifold to test, and that'll help me determine which manifold I want to use for this 318 project. I forgot to tape off all the ports on the manifold. So I get to do that other 85 million pound hunk of junk over there again too. I did do it on the aluminum manifold. I don't know why I didn't do it on these. Take 2 on the 360 quadrijet style manifold with everything taped off. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm zeroed out and then start all over on my dial indicator here. All right. And here we are with a manometer right there. That manometer cam, let's get you squared up on it. Look at that. Now you can check out the manometer. All right, let's get this thing turned on.